Welcome to the CWS Hub, where it all started with the rough sleepers from the streets 7 over years ago coming here to avail themselves of the services that were available. Of course, now with the pandemic, it's more of a store with a lot of donations coming in to help our people. But 7 over years ago, the rough sleepers were sharing with us that there were so many more out there in the streets, and they were not coming here. That's why we decided, let's go into the streets and seek them out and find out what's happening in the streets. I'm Brian Montero. I'm 56 years old and I have a beautiful wife and a 3.5-year-old daughter. I've been with Catholic Welfare Services for the last 15 years and currently I'm based at HQ, holding the portfolio of programs and shelters manager. I basically oversee the programs for the rough sleepers, and this program has today become widely known as the night missions. It entails us going into the streets to build up a friendship with our people who are known as rough sleepers, or years ago they were commonly termed as homeless. When we first started, it was basically the night mission. We had to rebrand the term and we put it plural, night missions. And with the 3 branches now under it, street outreach, the night cafe, and the 3rd branch is the shelters, which was started 4 years ago by Father John Sim from Christ the King Church, offering his classrooms so that the rough sleepers could come out of the cold weather and sleep in warm classrooms. Those in the streets don't get this safe, sound sleep. Out there, the slightest sound means danger. I'm going to get robbed, I'm going to get raped, or worst of all, the community coming to throw things at me and chase me away because Singaporeans don't want to see rough sleepers at their void decks. They are not bums. They're not useless. They're not good for nothings. Society needs to re-look at what comes to mind when they see somebody in a cardboard box. And the person that we just saw is, let's call him Mr. Tan. We call him Mr. Tan. I've known him for 7 years. The last 2 years he had a female rough sleeper that he actually was like a guardian angel and he looked after her. Yeah. Unfortunately, during the circuit breaker last year, she disappeared and he didn't see her for months, and we were informed that she had actually passed away at the airport where she was putting up. When we broke the news to him, he was very distraught. Up to today, he is still very heartbroken and sad. But he wrote this about her. So after years of experiencing unsound sleep, your mind becomes dull. Your health gets affected. It's a domino effect. But in this classroom, the reverse was happening. Because they knew that no one was going to come into the church and rob them or rape them, the police had no right to come in and question them. It was church land. We were not doing anything wrong. And the first batch that was there after a few months started putting on weight. Not because of my cup noodles, because they were having safe, sound sleep. They started to think clearly, converse rationally. They started to live life. My involvement with elderlies actually started with looking after my own grandmother. Before that, never thought about old people and their struggles. my own grandmother came and lived with us in our own HDB flat. For the first time in my life, the stench of urine filling the house was an eye-opener. Going through that was actually a preparation for the next journey, which was getting involved with Mother Teresa. And those 10 years of being involved with the sick and the dying and the homeless prepared me for this in CWS. My typical itinerary revolves around me getting up about 5:30 in the morning, and usually I don't get back home till about midnight. By the time my head hits the sack, it's about 1, 2 a.m. in the morning. It is more on what's one's priority in life. I can easily just put in 8 hours a day and that's it. And just go home. Or I can continue to be around in the night, go out to them, etc., etc. Yeah. Not putting a cap on the hours. It has become a passion, getting involved with the night missions. If it wasn't a passion, I don't think I would be sitting here and answering your questions. You know, yeah. It's pretty tiring, but what keeps me going and that zest in life is little moments of communication with my family. Gives me that much needed boost and push. Just being with them for a while or even talking to them. Oh, you haven't reached home yet?
Yeah, we're on the traffic light.
Okay.
Reaching in 3 minutes.
Fian, did you enjoy your swim?
Yeah, she enjoyed a lot.
Where did you go?
Brian is very loving, caring, and very understanding. And as a father, he loves Fian so much. He's very hardworking. He will make sure he will finish his work first before eating. That's why he always sometimes, I skip my lunch because I have to attend some meetings. Even in the middle of the night, if somebody calls, he will get up, go to the shelter, and he'll do everything to help those people. Yeah.
I'm really, really blessed with a really wonderful wife. When I started going out into the streets, she was literally by my side because she also followed. You know, she understood and she saw for herself what I was getting into, and she never stopped or made any comments up to today. Same goes for my kid. She's also been exposed to much. Weekends, sometimes she's here with me. She gets involved literally, like helping me to push the curtains and all that. Saying, Daddy, Daddy, I want to help, I want to help. It's coming from her already. If it was a reverse and I get a nagging wife and I go home after the mission and all that, I don't think the mission would have reached what it is today. So the next model of care for me personally is to create and set up homely shelters and open up a new way of reaching out to our people. We have tried for 7 years. Many still remain. Yeah. So I think it's very timely that the homely shelters start springing up and hopefully bring back life into our people who have lost all hope in life. Thanks.